if it isn't Mr. Nice Guy. Welcome to my lair. Well now, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, you know, I'd be from Jamaica, man. Not a mercy.
What part of Jamaica?
Right near the beach. Boy!
I think you're bullshitting me.
Samson Simpson, I stick by my story. I'm from Jamaica. If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this hat?
Such a sad, lonely person.
Should we lead the listeners in a nice little countdown meditation to just leave their baggage at the door?
Is everybody else having the kind of week I'm having? Is that what's going on?
Rory's having a tough time, you guys. He's having a little bit of a tough time. As a treat, Rory, would you like to do the entire show as Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson?
Which one?
Dibs on Peterson.
Damn it. No.
You gotta.
I'm just trying to think. I just got to be like, wow, have you tried sticking stem cells in your dick? It's a terrible Joe Rogan, but the words were right.
Yeah, the idea was there.
I'm trying to I'm drawing a blank on what he said. Like, I haven't been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan lately, which you'd think would have been better for my mental health. But surprisingly, it hasn't been.
If you listen to Joe Rogan, you'd know mental health is not real.
I don't think I don't think Joe Rogan was the factor that, like, in me being better or worse.
The fear factor.
But I could see how you could use statistics to present a misleading argument.
Yeah, saying something quirky like mental health is just a state of mind.
Like, well, here you were.
And then a million young boys are like, I'm going to start smoking pot. And that's how we get to where we get to.
Yep. Well, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to liven the festivities
I saw
here.
a commercial the other day that was like, hey, vaping is no joke. And it just talked about, like, addiction to vaping and, like, again, all teenagers, totally directed at teenagers. And my first question is, how the fuck did the algorithms get so wrong that they're sending me this stuff? Because it should be going to impressionable teenagers. If I want to vape, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be like a berry blast kind of a flavor. I'm gonna blow fat fucking clouds. But
Vape Nation, dude.
Yeah, Vape Nation. But I don't want to. So why am I getting sad? The first thing. And second thing is, vaping's such a massive fucking problem with teens of America that they're talking about the heavy nicotine addiction that comes with it. Like, that's the main spin. Like, people think that nicotine addiction isn't, like, that big of a deal, but it is kind of an argument. And I'm like, wasn't this the thing? Like, don't be wrong. We probably got to get the youth of America not addicted to those little vape sticks.
They should stop smoking the equivalent of Scotch tape.
Yeah.
Putting that in their lungs.
But at the same time, wasn't the goal for a long time to get kids to stop smoking cigarettes? Because it seems like we've succeeded. It seems like we're doing a great job there. If they're all vaping, right? Or is vaping just like what they do during school time, where they're like, you can sneak this way fucking easier, just little tags of vape hits. Super light clouds, bro. That's the smart way to get through class. Am I giving kids bad advice right now on how to sneak?
This is like when Chevy Chase showed people how to shoot up on SNL.
I mean, blow it into your locker. You know, whatever. You got a sweatshirt in there.
It's called a spoof, and wait till you see what it costs. Nothing.
Yeah.
You can blame it on the gym teacher if they smell something.
You can just see what you do is you take the toilet paper and you lead it into the toilet, and then you press flush, and it pulls that all the way, and you're left with a little cone right in the middle. And then you just,
stuff some dryer sheets in that. Where are you going to get those at school? That's not my problem. You're the one who's trying to vape weed in the bathroom.
Yeah, you make me sick. I was thinking the nicotine vapes too. I didn't think.
Yeah.
I didn't think these kids were that cool.
Well, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
The kids are not all right.
They're blowing vape hits into their sweatshirts and their lockers like a bunch of fucking losers.
Dude, have you seen the nose vape?
No, I haven't.
It's literally a vape that you smoke with your nose.
It's like Paul Atreides, where it kind of comes in on the corner.
The spice melange.
Yeah, like you're trying to have a hard walk through the desert and you need to save all your body fluids.
Yeah.
Or is it like a little nose plug, like a peg?
I cannot remember. I think it was like a neti pot with like churros flavored hash in it or something.
Someone's gonna figure out. This is gonna give someone some kind of amoeba, and we're gonna be right in square one again.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
what's gonna
It'll be the
happen.
neti pot all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I grab my phone and see if I can find the nose vape?
No,
Can-
it's
no?
fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm sure it's plenty stupid.
Dude, the commercial for it, I was like, no.
Commercial?
What kind of Lonely Island skit is this?
You saw a commercial for it.
You talk about being advertised to on YouTube.
Again, I'm getting teen addiction videos.
I got the
don't-
nose vape. I don't want that.
I'm getting like that. Like, are you suffering from menopause? And I'm like, no,
Maybe.
no, I'm not. What did I say?
It would explain a lot.
I know my phone is recording me. So like, when did I say like?
You might have had your phone around your mom, and that would explain it, because Bill was talking about
Long time.
Orvis the other day, and my phone starts giving me ads for Orvis.
What the fuck is Orvis?
A fishing game emporium. It's like a zhuzhed up Bass Pro Shop.
So we're gonna start doing. What's the name of those like big hunters stores? Like, what's the name of a random store? It doesn't even have to be that. Like a store that would have enough money to push ads at us.
A big hunter store? Well, we're really outing ourselves as a bunch of beta cuck soy boys for not knowing.
Well, let's go on down to the big and tall. I don't know. But we just start saying that over and over during our show and see how long it takes the listeners to get ads for those things.
Come on down for the squatting shit.
Yeah. So what?
I hope they get something cool now.
What's a big enough company that would be like Popeye's chicken maybe, or
Let's do Popeyes. We've
yeah.
got skin in the Popeyes game.
I would love some free Popeyes. Popeyes tore me up something awful when you have it. Here's the thing. You would think that the thing that would tip you over would be too much of the chicken, but you have too many of the fries and you die. You go from a
Can confirm.
small to a large fry, and if you have those all as a personal thing, you're going to fucking die. You're going to die tonight or tomorrow morning at say 2:30 to 3:30 a.m.
You're gonna
For example.
You're gonna give birth to a spicy hell in about 5 hours.
Yeah. There's a
See,
reason they
set your
went down
clock
so
by it.
smooth because
Yeah.
they're just going to come at you like liquid.
Hey, they're fucking delicious.
Oh,
but
they're
you
the-
know what's better? The biscuit, and it doesn't give you gastrointestinal distress.
And you get, again, their mac and cheese, not as good as the KFC mac and cheese.
Correct.
Which, again, I think might be a regional thing because I've had KFC in other places and gotten the mac and cheese too runny.
Oh, water.
Yeah.
It's just cheese flavored water with
See,
shells
so
in
you
it.
got to be careful where you get this. You can't take this as gospel. My KFC's mac and cheese might be better than your KFC's mac and cheese. And I think everyone needs to find out as soon as possible and report back into home base.
Yeah, tag your mac and cheese bites or your mac and cheese purchases on the Skimbo Instagram.
Just get a
I think
small.
that's a great.
Yeah, do it.
Like-
you won't. The old you would.
Yeah.
We miss the old you. Yeah.
It's a tagline for the show.
You get the Popeyes biscuits. You're getting Popeyes in here. You get the Popeyes biscuit.
Popeyes.
You put the mac and cheese on the biscuit. Feeling crazy? Throw some fries in there. Now you got a little sandwich. The fries might be too much.
That's the triple carb.
The mac and cheese is usually enough.
Yeah, I would concur.
And it makes it so because the biscuit's pretty dry, everybody. So
But it has that buttery, salty top on it.
oh, that's the best part too.
I did not find the biscuits that dry either. They certainly weren't moist, but they weren't dry.
I would have eaten them on their own as well. And I did several times.
You can. But but to add to your thesis, splitting one of them biscuits right down the middle, slathering on some mac and cheese, take a little bit of your chicken,
Ooh.
pop that in there.
You get that? Or maybe you just get some of the breading that fell to the bottom of the box. You just dabble that in there.
Okay. I
getting
don't
crazy.
hate that. I don't hate that. A skin and mac and cheese sandwich.
Are you guys writing this down? It's the breading. It's the breading more than anything. But yeah.
Oh. I made the mistake of getting the blackened chicken from Popeyes once,
No.
not realizing what I was going to be getting when I should have known exactly what it was. But I
Blackened chicken.
panic ordered.
Yeah. You
It
gotta
was
think
fast food chicken that had been burned to taste.
about it. Yeah, which is a weird thing. It's an acquired taste that, and I don't even think it is.
No amount of sauce made that okay.
No, it was just probably dry, and it was all about the burnt flavor.
It was awful.
That's all it was.
I was so pissed off.
You either like that burnt flavor. Don't worry, I probably got real sick that night.
I think we both got sick.
That's always fun.
Fucking Wingstop, the nutritional equivalent of eating cement, but
eating
so
napalm.
good.
Yeah, it was so good that for me, who doesn't do anything hot ever, would get like Louisiana rub all over that. And that's about as hot as it goes for me, everybody. Except for the time I ate whatever that stuff Andy brought, the pork rind, the squealing hot. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.
That was
The chicharrones.
that fucked me up pretty good. Stupid. It was one little thing, all the damage that thing can do. But yeah, I would get like the Louisiana rub on that, and then we'd get some garlic parm. And garlic already, like in the I died. I died every single fucking time. And every time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some fries with that too. Fucking throw some fries in there.
A big fry.
Yeah, why not? And God.
And a nice cold sody pop.
Yeah, and you get a soda, and they have one of those ones where you get to select yourself, you guys. So you get some ice in there, and then like I would get a Fanta, like an orange Fanta, but then I would put like some strawberry and a little bit of like raspberry, some other flavors in there. Touch of lime. Ooh, really good.
I was doing that over on the Coca-Cola
Delish.
end of things.
Ooh, you're
You know what I mean?
sick.
Mixing
you're
it
sick,
up.
and you need to be stopped.
I want an orange vanilla Coca-Cola with just a splash of diet in it to cut through the sweetness.
Okay, I get it. I was like, diet because I'm watching my figure.
I'm trying to drop a couple LBs, which
And
is why I'm
that's-
eating at Wingstop.
And that's how you do this. It's also the walk home. Thank you. Didn't calculate that in, did you?
Oh, man. So, yeah, by the time we got back to your apartment, the paper bag holding the chicken was wet from moisture.
Yeah.
It just kind of sopped open when we needed it to.
Well,
it
it was a-
bloomed like a beautiful flower.
It was a paper bag, sometimes in a plastic bag. Because like we know what's gonna happen. You boys got to. Oh yeah, you got.
This is a
couple
big night
blocks to
out for
walk.
you boys, isn't it?
Start to see us on Fridays. Oh hey guys,
Basically.
where everybody knows your name, except it was Popeyes and Wingstop, and Michael's. Oh, Michael's
The diner. Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm waxing nostalgic towards better days.
And the thing is, we're talking about two franchises and a shitty Greek diner where they did eventually start to learn our usual order.
Yes, they did.
That was pretty good, man, when different waiters started coming up being like, the usual boys. And we're like, yeah.
Well, can I tell you something? And I'm not sure if I've ever talked about this before. When I was working at this company, this shitty company, that I nonetheless liked to work for because my team was great. I digress. There was a place I used to get lunch like almost every other day, or at least once a week for a certain point that was so consistent that when I walked in, they recognized me that I was there. And it was this little fucking diner in downtown Manhattan in Chelsea, which God, I hope didn't close. I actually ate it before the lockdown happened when they're like, it's going to be 2 weeks, you guys. And I ate there just before going back to Queens and basically never going back.
Did you take me to that place my first day in New York, or was that some other place?
No, we went to a different diner.
Okay.
That was in Lower Manhattan somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
This was in Chelsea, and it was just like right up the block. Because again, this is me, fresh in New York, new fucking job, like getting used to like get out of my way, New York. And
I will kill again.
I'm like walking up and down the street with my like hour lunch that I have, going, what the fuck am I gonna eat? And like, so for a while, there's like a McDonald's or something. Okay, I'll just have some. You'd go back, you're like, this makes me feel like shit. So
You're
you're
about
like,
to make a McFlurry in
you're
the
looking for
toilet.
other options. There's two diners on this particular stretch of road. One of them is like a very famous kind of like, whoa, we're on the thing and see us. Overpriced, not super like coming from Vermont and like eating eggs in Manhattan. Like they're like not like it sounds stupid, but like they're just not as good.
First of all, band name, Eggs in Manhattan. Earmark that one.
Ooh, I like that's fun. Eggs in Manhattan. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just like getting spoiled growing up in like the country of, you know, and like being in New England is that the things just taste a little better. Just taste a little.
And I think that's psychosomatic because I
Little more
bet you the
vibrant.
Wayside isn't using farm fresh, cage
I didn't
free
say,
eggs.
I didn't say the fucking Wayside.
We make sure those pregnant chickens are beaten within an inch of their life
Yeah.
before they make sweet, delicious eggs for you.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
pig.
Just like bright yellow eggs.
So scrumptious. I have a question. Let's play a game of Hip or Dangerous. Is it really cool that Michael started to recognize us, or really fucking sad?
For me, I was fine with it because again, I lived around the fucking corner. You know,
Right.
So it's better than it being a bar, I think.
I don't think anyone can argue with you there.
Like,
But does the bar have the cool factor that the diner doesn't?
there was like a lame sports bar around the corner from where I lived in Queens. And I tried going there once. Where I was like, maybe this would be a place to like after work run through and grab a beer real quick. Because it seems like there's some low. And I immediately ran into like the place is alcoholic. who is like there all the fucking time, and all he's doing is talking to the bartenders really fucking loud at like 5:30 on like a Wednesday. Nobody's fucking there. I'm like, let's see what they got for food. I have something. It like, what did I get? I got like their mac and cheese or something. It's like sometimes like that's like what these guys do well, you know, like something easy pub fare, burger or something like that. And I can literally taste the metal from the can.
It was literally just KFC mac and cheese.
It wasn't even it was something like that. You know what I mean? But it tasted so like it tasted metallic, and it was cold. I was the only person in the fucking place. I was like, okay, chuck my money down, fucked off, never went back. So like I looked at the people who were hanging out there's like their, you know, haunt, and I was like, I'm not. So diner it is for me. I'd rather be the regular, like I'm an asshole in Seinfeld than, you know, like I'm in The Wire.
You're just dead on the pool table and they're pouring whiskey on you.
Yeah.
Light your dead body on fire while they sing the Pogues.
Yeah.
I'm a freeborn man of the USA.
Yeah.
Just pissing on your corpse.
So yeah, I don't know. I would
in your
say
dead mouth.
I would say of the places to get like recognized by, you know, the people who work there, I would say like I'd rather be recognized in a diner. Because it makes it easier for me when I walk in where they go, usual? And I go, yeah.
You do that in a bar, they just hand you a gallon of fucking
Yeah, just a bucket of
Yukon
gin.
Jack. Yeah.
Yep.
I would say, yeah, there's kind of there's a cool factor to killing yourself with alcohol, but there's also kind of an understated, like, romanticism to killing yourself with food.
I mean, I think about like my weird eating habits back in Boston, and I realize I might as well have been killing myself by eating food.
Eating beauties, that was your big mistake. Eating beauties multiple nights.
Beauties was after my spirit was broken.
Beauties burned out.
Before I moved to East Boston and had my spirit broken, I was like in a lot of fun places. I used to go like I worked a temp job for such a long time that I was always in different parts of Boston. I was never working in the same spot for the most part until I ended up in a temp to hire position. And I would always try to figure out where to eat, and I just figured out I'd do something kind of odd, and I would go to bars and order their Caesar salads. So I just was, which some of them were really actually surprisingly really fucking good. I'd get like a chicken Caesar salad for lunch, and I would just go like, oh yeah, you know, that you started working. I'd be like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be in ever after it, you know, ever again after this. Like, oh, why not? I was like, I don't really work around here. It's like today I'm working at this bank answering the phone, and they asked me to put together a filing cabinet. Tomorrow I'm going to be working a sales position at this other company, hating my life. Like, oh, okay, man. Well, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, good salad. Yeah, thanks. Give him a tip. Fuck off.
I'll positively review you on Yelp.
I ate a lot of different Caesar salads in bars all
I'm
over
not sure
Boston.
I'd be bragging about that.
No, but you know I'm not lying.
I know you're not
the
lying.
strange. I say that's the sad part.
That is sad.
See, but I didn't end up being a regular of any of those bars. Getting the Caesar today, Rory. You
makes
know
it
it,
better.
Mickey. Just hanging out in Southie, eating Caesar salads, listening to fucking Whitey Bulger.
It's a fucking Sweet Greens where some like bar from 110 years ago from Gangs of New York once stood.
Yep.
Now it's just a bunch of obnoxious people eating salad pretending that's a meal.
I've just been doing it. Somebody comes in and questions me. No, you don't fuck with him. He's a regular. That's a made man eating that salad.
He's the Caesar of Caesar salads, the head man in charge.
I always just think about that fun story friend of the pod Jeff told us about Boston.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd appreciate us.
Yeah,
Telling it.
we'll tuck that one under our hats. I don't know.
That's fine. Hi, Jeff.
What's up, buddy?
You owe me for that one.
I do remember his iconic line. I will out him for this. I judge any place based on their chicken salad sandwich. I remember Tanner and I heard that, and we were like, this son of a bitch, this is his code.
I'd be like, that just seems like a really that's a dangerous
That's
line.
playing Russian roulette with your colon, which in a way makes me respect Jeff a lot.
See, for me, I go, you fool. He was brave, but he was wrong. Brave, but he died anyways.
He died doing what he loved, taking a bold stance at a nuclear take.
Man died eating a cold chicken Caesar salad sandwich. Caesar salad sandwich.
I'm a freeborn man.
of the
They
USA.
give Jeff a funeral at Potbelly
I
Sandwiches.
told him not to stop into that gas station for food. I told him.
It was 100 degrees out. Why would you do that?
Why?
There was a coolant failure. The coolant. There wasn't enough coolant.
It was a very warm gas station.
It's so senseless, Jeff. You didn't have to die.
But he just looked you dead in the eye. Said some stupid fucking thing that he also appreciates me not repeating. And then he eats that sandwich and dies.
I think
God bless him.
tomorrow night I'm doing tomorrow night I'm doing my podcast with Jeff.
Oh,
If he references this in
fun.
any way, I'm just going to deny it.
Yeah.
So for people that listen to both shows, that's a spoiler.
All three of you.
Yeah. Our massive crossover
What a
audience.
Venn diagram that is.
It's-
All in all, it's like 50 people.
One show is just reviewing music. The other one is just slowly slouching towards a murder-suicide.
I mean,
Always has been, always will.
I bought the gun.
She showed me the knife.
Yeah. She showed it to me. I don't know.
Can I posit one other thing?
Uh-huh.
I think being pathetic is the new being cool.
I don't know about that one because I've been pathetic for quite a while here and nobody's knocking down my door.
Hear me out. I kind of feel like we're like the Jack Kerouacs or the Kurt Cobains of a whole new movement.
Only if we kill ourselves before we're cool.
I think, well, Rory, and the thing is you can't intentionally kill yourself. It's got to be habit-based. Again, alcohol or food. Choke on a chicken bone counts.
Okay, you do the food, I'll do the alcohol.
Done.
Okay.
I've been wanting to be a fat guy again for a really long time.
I just got to figure out what like extra drug to do for the hangovers. I guess it could be more alcohol, but you know, I feel like I could double dip.
I think you're going to find your way to fentanyl real quick and real easily.
Really, I was thinking like a ketamine thing, but okay, that's fair.
The fentanyl's just
Started with
out
2
there.
grains and I just almost died. And I was like, from then I was hooked.
I touched the void. Now I'm just always trying to get back to
It's like that
point.
show Flatliners, that movie.
You see, they don't completely die.
They just get close enough to the edge. So, you know, that's what I like to do on my weekends. Just do that Flatliner stuff.
Or you see what Jerry Garcia saw when he was in his diabetic coma.
Oh,
The
is that
shit
like a
he
thing?
was saying was nuts. I wish I had it in front of me.
Wasn't it like the same guy? One of the I'm not sure if it was the singer from Mastodon or the guitar. It was somebody from Mastodon was mouthing off to one of the guys from System of a Down, and the guy from System of a Down put him in a coma.
Jesus.
And when he came out, they wrote an album about what he saw when he was in his coma.
Fuck, dude. Now I want to know who that was.
Yeah, I think that was Mastodon was the band.
Wild stuff.
But I can't remember the people. I think it was Mastodon. You know, it's very believable that the dude from one of the people from System of a Down violently assaulted someone. So
Wake up, Blat.
yeah, that's what that song was about, actually. Grab your brush and put a little makeup. I mean, I think we all know what that means.
Yeah, you're covering up a big black eye that you got when you mouthed off to Serge
Serge
Tankian.
Yeah. Yep.
Good times. Wonderful times.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one for the crossover audience between the two pods.
Yeah, because that was music related. Oh,
See? Look what we did there.
There we go. It's only been 20 minutes. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, fuck off. I don't know. I kind of feel like doing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all
Get that reference? I hope you do. It's a great one.
is the new cool. It's not nihilism. It's just you give so few fucks that you're automatically cool. You don't care about anything, then you can't be a poser.
But how do
which
I-
means you're cool and you're pure cool.
But how do I monetize this? That's what I want to know. How do I like start making TikToks of me doing absolutely nothing and then people give me money for it? Is that how that works? Is that how the TikToks? Is that how the TikToks?
On my understanding of TikTok is it's large-breasted women selling shampoo and subscriptions to Porn Hamster.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm speculating. I haven't spent much time on TikTok.
That's fair. I don't really know. I saw Tucker Carlson in there talking about something on the TikTok, something. So, oh boy, that's in the news. Something's going on I don't know about because fuck TikTok.
They remixed him saying positive things about Putin.
Yeah, Putin. He's a great dude. Great dude. Look at my bow tie. I'm Tucker Carlson.
Not since Joseph Stalin.
I have a lot of respect for Fox News and the idiots who watch it. Like my dad.
My dad, too.
It's fun.
Your dad's my dad. And our dad's a crawdad.
It's a video of them skipping
TikTok.
up the fucking road. Wouldn't it be nice? As they're like
Both their knees just explode.
tearing down Biden flags as they go. Just a picture of them slapping an "I did that, let's go Brandon" sticker on a gas pump,
then
high-fiving and running up.
I wish that we could make this last forever. Just beating up a small guy with glasses and blue hair.
Yeah. Screaming 9/11, never forget. And then powering away in a couple of rascal scooters.
InfoWars went bankrupt, huh?
InfoWars didn't go bankrupt.
What happened?
Alex Jones is fucked. He's absolutely fucking fucked. He's already been ordered to pay like $4 million in damages to the families of Sandy Hook that he defamed. But that's just in like legal fees. He hasn't even been hit for the outstanding amount yet. But he declared bankruptcy to try and hide the fact that InfoWars has made somewhere around like $100 to $150 million over the past 3 years. So in a sense, what he was trying to do was hide all of that money and say, I don't have it. And on the other hand, he opened the entire thing up to the government to weed through all of his financial records to find out if he in fact does have the money. And it's not going to fucking matter if he's got it offshore or otherwise. All that's going to matter is that it exists and he has to pay. And they're going to garnish a lot of that fucking money. So yeah, he's making it seem like InfoWars is bankrupt, but it's fucking not.
Do you know if falsely declaring bankruptcy would that be fraud? Does that fall in the purview
I
of fraud?
believe it's fraud. It just depends on how he allocated the money coming out of it. I mean, legally speaking, that's what I would probably do is you just pay Alex Jones such an exorbitant amount that the amount of money that was coming in didn't end up paying for the amount of money going out. And then your coffers are dry. You know what I mean? You just siphon the money out of the cash cow and you move the fuck on. It's just a really hard argument for such a small enterprise as Alex Jones's InfoWars really is, that you could say that, yeah, they went through $150 million worth of advertising and merch sales. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's mostly fucking advertising. But it's also idiots buying their shirts and stickers and this and that from
Their
them.
lead pills.
And yeah, all of the things that they hawk. I remember back in the day, they used to hawk like a water purifier that pulled the moisture from the air. Like it's the purest, cleanest water that is out there.
It's a dehumidifier.
There's nothing in there. They can't get to you this way. There's always a way to the water supply, but not if you pull it right out of the air. And I've got like 3 of these in the office, let me tell you. It's like one of those kind of fucking things. And he spends a little while selling it, and then he goes, now where were we? So FEMA is setting up these death camps. And like then he just goes, right back into it. Used to listen to Alex Jones rant on. And it's
in the beginning when he was
interesting.
just some fucking local weirdo running around Austin.
Sure.
A merry prankster, if you will.
Well,
and then it just grew out of control.
Mm-hmm. He found the money was in the crazy. It's the same thing. You look at it in the phenomena of a lot of other things. It's like, who said it best was, humorously enough, Stormfront from The Boys.
Yes.
Which was the idea that you don't really need 100 million people on your side. You don't really need the country on your side. You need like 10 to 20 really fucking pissed off people who are willing to fucking take up arms to back your message. Like that's what you like. And Alex Jones found that fucking audience and tapped the heroin needle that was him into the vein of it. Like that's in a certain way fucking brilliant from like a shystery kind of snake oil salesman kind of way. He was one of the best.
Oh, he's a once in a generation showman. He's everything Tim Dillon wishes that he were.
Yeah.
I turned heel on Tim Dillon, man. I'm out of there. I pieced the fuck out of that
Hot take,
shit.
I never really liked him, man.
I know
never
you
really
didn't.
liked him.
I know you didn't. I did.
Yeah.
So this was hard for me.
I got the idea of where he was coming from, but I watched the way that he did it and went, this is
Alex Jones did it better.
Well, I went and saw it and I was like, he's just going to lean into this skid too hard one day. And it's the same, like it's the weird thing that reminded me of a shade of what Dave Chappelle said back when he was leaving Comedy Central, in the sense that he was making all this humor to describe this very particular thing, and a lot of it was in fact very personal, not just to him but culturally, and he was watching these people laugh at it but in the wrong way.
It was Poe's Law. Eventually, like the way that it was presented, it all became real.
Yes.
Thus defeating its own purpose.
Exactly.
Which is sad because Dave Chappelle is an S-tier satirist.
It's brilliant stuff, but he realized people were laughing at it for the wrong reasons, and it didn't matter how much money they fucking threw at him. He was done.
Yeah.
And I look at what Tim Dillon's doing, and I saw it very, very much in the same light, except not as clever. And he would be absolutely fucking fine with that happening because it kind of is happening.
Oh my God, he might be the top earning podcast on Patreon now. He makes $230,000 a month. Obviously,
we should start
Patreon
a Patreon.
takes a chunk. Yeah, we technically have one.
Do we really?
Yeah, I just never publicized
Let's
it.
just do an episode of farts and release it on the Patreon.
That's the thing, is you never know what you're going to get on the Patreon.
We never know what you're going to get with this show, so it'd be very interesting to do a Patreon because, like, I'd be like, we got to try, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the show.
I might mail you a bag of crap some week. I don't know.
We'll do door prizes for everybody who listens to the Patreon. We'll show up for an evening of us at your house where you get subjected to basically this same thing where we don't stop.
Yeah. I will use your toilet, and I
Yeah.
will have eaten Taco Bell before.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I'm just going to stare at you quietly without saying a word.
I am going through your medicine cabinet.
Oh, 100%.
Toenail fungus? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Herpes cream?
Let's see what it does to me.
You know who I'm talking about. Spread a rumor that someone we know has herpes. That's
Somebody
great.
who listens. Who told you?
You out there, I want you to start a good old-fashioned
Oh, no.
witch hunt.
We're going to get an angry email to the email we don't check. Angry letter. Oh. When was the last time you checked any of that?
Oh.
I've been logged
When did
out-
the Challenger blow up?
Like, I'm pretty much been logged out of everything. So, like, I don't, because you're like, one day you did that thing like, we need to have the password be secure. So I'm going to change it to fiddly 1 2 blah diddy blue diddy blue. I was like,
I sent you the information.
I like
don't know
the
what more
old
you
one
wanted.
that was like, some random stupid quote from some fucking episode of Gilmore Girls or some shit. I don't know.
We had one that we were using for everything, and that was not smart.
Well, no, of course.
So I diversified.
Yeah, by making all of them different, incomprehensible gibberish. So when we
keep
lose them,
in your phone, sir.
I bought a new phone.
It's
and
not my
I
problem
took
now,
all
is it?
the old phone and I destroyed the evidence. So that's safety to me.
What you've done here today.
You got to send me that stuff again so I can go, and if anyone's written us any angry emails, I can go, fuck you, eat shit, and then we can be on our day. I hate to think that some fool out there who wrote us an angry email about why we need to stop doesn't know how much shit that they need to eat. That keeps me up at night.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you, Rory.
Do you know the kind of mean
I don't remember the
things-
password at this point either.
You know, kind of mean things I'd be tweeting to Lauren Boebert from the Skimbo Lounge Twitter.
You have a Twitter that you do this with.
I know,
already.
but I want to do it even meaner from the Skimbo Lounge.
Just do it meaner from the one you have. People already hate you because you have progressive in your name.
Yeah. Oh, they hate it
You
so
get
much.
built-in enemies.
It's
Skimbo Lounge.
so
They're not
fun.
going to know which way this is going.
Oh, I know. That's I like that. He is a wild card, and then I throw myself out of the back of the van.
We joke about having a Nazi following. That's a surefire way to get it. They're like,
No.
This kind of branding hasn't been used in any context before. The Skimbo Lounge will become the Let's Go branded of podcasts.
I really hope not, but also how much money can we bilk out of those morons?
Alex Jones has $150 million sitting in the InfoWars coffers.
Okay, so
right
we
now.
just got to take it right up into the line before Sandy Hook wasn't real and these are all crisis actors. And we get to keep all of that almost, let's see, that's like what, $75 million each? Something like that?
We could make that off the Patreon in pretty quick order.
Yeah. Start uploading pictures of our butts. Oh, wait,
You
that's
always go to
OnlyFans.
that. You always go to that.
It's all I know.
Freshen it up.
I was born a snake handler and I'll die a snake handler.
Okay, Mo Sislak.
Yeah.
Don't quote The Simpsons in my apartment.
We already done it twice. What was the first one? Anybody?
Go back. Hashtag it if you find it.
Go find it.
It's called Skimbo Nobody Fucking Cares. GetALife.com.
We saved it. We promise. Go look it up. We'll
It's
wait.
real. We bought the domain name.
Ah, you're dumb.
We did buy the Skimbo Lounge domain name at one point, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, because we were getting charged by GoDaddy for a long time.
GoDaddy.com. I was not privy to any of that. We did SoundCloud Premium for a while.
We did. We nuked that too. We've got Anchor. It's free.
Yes.
This is not an ad for Anchor. We have the opportunity to record one of those and
Sure.
put it in. But we've been trying to keep this show pure. And we need contributions from viewers like you. If you don't want us to sodomize and kill Big Bird, you will do exactly as we say.
I have a dog right here in a .45 Magnum pointed at his head.
I love this dog. I grew up with this dog. I will kill this dog. Don't test me.
So give today. What are we doing with the money? It's just sitting there in a big pile.
Listen, Scrap's life is hanging in the balance.
Yep. We'll use it to buy more fun food that we'll eat into our microphones.
Yeah, we need to buy more stroopwafel. The stroopwafel's gone.
There's nothing in here anymore except that box. Okay, is the knife still in that box of Ritz crackers?
You really want to know?
Kind of. It's kind of like it's gonna haunt me if I don't. Look at that, getting a little ASMR for you. Fucking. Oh my God! Does it look like there's mold growing?
Mother of God, the knife is in fact in there.
Is it still? Is it clean? I forgot.
It looks clean. Not that I would use it, but it looks clean.
Is that all that's in that box? Is just that little bit of Ritz cracker? Or is there another sleeve in there?
There's another sleeve of Ritz crackers all twisted up, real lazy like.
Wait. Okay, so there's 2 unfinished sleeves.
Correct.
These monsters.
I'm telling you, these women should be tried at The Hague.
This is ridiculous. War crimes. Criminals.
You'd think Putin's bad.
Genocide my eye. These guys are. They got 2 things of Ritz crackers going. Sleeves.
It's egregious. I don't know who perpetrated that, but they should be slapped. We got some candies.
Well, because it was just Easter. How was your Easter, by the way?
My Easter was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
It
nice.
turned out to be really great.
That's nice.
It's very nice.
That's always.
How was your Easter?
I mean, mine was good because I'm starting to get to that point where my family knows not to ask me any difficult questions. You know, it's one of those things. They just kind of let me be there, and just kind of, I'll talk about some things, everybody, but nobody says anything to me about like my aunt, who very much likes to give unsolicited advice, knew better this year than to do that, because I was sitting red dead to be like, you know what? I don't want to fucking hear it.
I prepared some remarks.
Yeah, I prepared some remarks.
Dear aunt, you bitch.
Yeah, dear woman in glass house, and then off it goes. But so none of that happened this year. So I was pleasantly surprised. Got to see my cousin's kid, I don't know what you would call that, second niece or some kind of, I don't know.
Cousin's kid?
Yeah. My cousin had a kid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Call it a fucking...
Call it a Flabbity Blue.
Call it macaroni. I don't care.
I'm his great uncle maybe, or some random thing like
Ew, it's a boy?
No, I'm just an uncle.
Oh, you're an uncle.
I said his, didn't I?
The kid is
No.
a boy?
No, it's a girl.
Okay, good. That's better.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Find out. Go ask him. I don't care. So that, but it was all together pretty low key, pretty nice. My brother-in-law got real sick, with some kind of stomach thing, over the weekend because I just got done with COVID. I was like, I'm gonna just come over on Sunday and hang out. I think that's gonna be so. That was nice.
That's cool. Spread a little Easter cheer.
Yeah. So other than that, it was pretty low key. It was a nice low key Easter. Had some good food.
Nice.
Some good stuff. Hope everybody else's Easter was nice. I did the one thing didn't do the one thing that I usually do, which is you go to like the Rite Aid the day after and buy all of the Easter candy half off. Maybe that's adulthood. Maybe I'm finally getting old.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rory, you would have been sorely disappointed. I went all around town, none to be had.
Really?
These fucking jackals that inhabit this town got to it first.
Yeah,
Picked it clean.
They can just sit and wait.
Walgreens looked like Kiev. It was just, there was nothing left.
Jesus.
I will not say Kiev, you fucking...
The roof was gone.
I mean, it was crazy. There was a Nazi battalion defending the Rite Aid. Like,
setting down suppressing fire when you walked in. I was pretty suppressed. That's too bad. Well, I'm glad I didn't go look then.
no, man, there was none to be had.
But to be fair, like I'm kind of done with Peeps. I'm kind of done with the marshmallow.
Never a Peeps guy.
I was never a jelly bean guy.
Starburst makes some good jelly beans.
Starburst makes some fine jelly beans, but like that's the line for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even like the weird Harry Potter ones they made from the like the every flavored blah blah blah.
Yeah, like the
jelly
the
bellies.
cum flavored jelly beans
Yeah,
and stuff. Like,
like,
why? Was there
here's-
a market for that?
I didn't like them before, and it was just Jelly Bellies doing fucking like popcorn flavored and all that. Oh, that sure does. I'd be like, this is a chemical in my mouth.
This is awful.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Part of the appeal of popcorn is eating those fluffy, crispy pieces and hearing them crunch. I don't want to eat a gelatinous bean to get the same flavor.
And getting
the
one
hell's
of
the matter with
those
you?
like curved pieces of the shell caught in your gum
Oh
for
yeah.
like weeks on end, and it works in there.
Yeah, you're working it with the tongue. When it comes out though, finally, you work it loose.
That's nice. See, yeah, you can't get that from a jelly bean, folks. So I'm not much of a jelly bean guy. You know where I go is I like the chocolate bunnies. I like the peanut butter filled chocolates,
Uh-huh.
So I like the Reese's eggs,
Reese's eggs, S tier.
and all that kind of stuff. Super nice.
You like the Cadbury cream eggs?
I'm ambivalent to it. There's something
really sweet.
they're super sweet. The inside kind of always gave me the consistency of like snot, and they've gotten much smaller over the years, obviously.
They have, and they do have a paste-like consistency on the inside.
That was never in love with. I'd rather take like the alternative of like just like a solid chocolate thing. But if somebody gave me a Cadbury egg, I would eat the Cadbury egg.
Did you like the Cadbury mini eggs with the crunchy shell?
Sure.
Those are addictive.
Yeah, those like you're talking about the little ones that are just a solid chocolate.
They're
and
just
they've
a
got that-
solid
that
chocolate with the
candy-coated
crunchy
shell.
egg.
Yeah, those are crack fucking cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Those
Oh
are- Those are the ones that I'm talking about when I would go look for the thing. Like that was a nice day. Like, cause again, living in New York, like I used to, I was like, I'm not going back for Easter, but I walked to the store and they had like a 2-for-1 sale on those the day after. I was like, I'll take 4 of these.
I'm just dead inside enough to need this.
If I've ever been close to diabetes, it was after that stretch of having like 4. I'm talking the big bags of them.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, they're like, sir, are you sure you want to drop $30 on Cadbury eggs? And I'm like, ring this shit up.
Shut
man.
up and fulfill my purpose,
Yeah.
stock boy.
And it's sad because I didn't even get to do that next year because the year after that was COVID and the whole world was
Yes.
I didn't even remember that Easter happened.
Yeah, honestly, the last 2 years have just kind of like moved into the slipstream. But
Yeah.
now memories are getting made again, and time makes more sense.
I'm trying to make
I'm into
memories
it.
again. I still got the COVID fog brain thing going on where I'm like a little here, like I sound hyperbolic. It's a little there, like you and me, we play music with a bunch of folks. And I was literally trying to remember like what I do on some songs because I had a hard time remembering. Like that was weird. So yeah, the COVID fog. It's a real thing, man.
It's a real thing.
It's weird.
I used to get it after exercising when I was like not yet clear of my COVID.
Yeah. You're just like, did I do like again, I'd say it's like little things for me. I would say like I went to what did I do? Like brushing your teeth, little things like that. I'm like, did I do this already? You swipe the brush and it's wet. Okay, I did.
Let me tell you why that's a bad thing to happen to me, because I take psychiatric medication. So sometimes I'm like, did I already take it or did I not take
Well,
it?
you can do like what the old people do with the fun thing.
I have one
Monday,
of
Tuesday,
those.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I have one of those, but then you realize you're off by like 2 days and you go, I don't know what I did when or what I've had today. Because I use that organizing system, but if a couple days are missing, like Monday and Tuesday are
true.
missing and it's fucking Thursday, like, what did you do?
So Daddy's gonna double down. Uh-oh. So yeah, you're right. Starting to form memories again on the
nice.
mend for different reasons, of course.
Yes.
Won't that be nice? I'm hoping for like a nice summer. It's gonna be maybe this is the most optimistic I get because we're not even through spring. Maybe it'll be a good summer.
Nice guy summer. Yeah.
Maybe.
Statistically, it's possible.
I gotta not sit in my basement depressed.
We'll get you a pair of rollerblades.
Maybe. I mean, that sounds fun. Go to the park.
It does sound pretty fun.
Go to the skate park with some inlines.
A lot of girls are getting into roller skates. I wouldn't mind getting into roller blades.
Technically, those are called inline skates. Rollerblades is a company.
Interesting. Well, I definitely want rollerblades because they've got brand recognition.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not even sure that rollerblade has the recognition because it's like one of those copyright things where if a word becomes like ubiquitous with the thing, then you cannot hold the copyright to it. You know what I mean? So like if you were a different company, you could probably call your inline skates rollerblades now because that's how people refer to them.
And I will continue to do so.
colloquially. Yeah.
Yes.
Despite my lesson, you piece of shit.
No, all I want is a pair of rollerblades. I don't care how I get them. I don't care what they're called. I don't care how many people had to die to deliver them to me. Ashley, if you're listening, I need you to get on the horn and get me a pair of rollerblades. Stat. What size are my feet? 13. What size is that in a rollerblade? I don't know. It's not my job.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
Okay. Is that how that works?
Ashley, thank you in advance. There will be consequences if you don't do this.
Is that why my ice skates never worked? It's because I was always wearing a size wrong, different.
You didn't go through an intermediate.
I always thought I had weak ankles, which could still be true.
You do a very bird-like bone structure.
I skated a lot when I was younger.
Me too.
Yeah. Used to have a lot of fun going to the rink, telling the little kids during Christmas time that Santa wasn't real, taking a couple of laps.
Nice.
And then going home. That was where I got my finger run over by an ice skate when I was in 6th grade. I was like 12.
Oh, yeah. You got chunked up pretty gnarly, as I recall.
Pretty good, yeah. Really messed up the... I mean, I eventually got all the feeling back in my... Let me see. I'm smashing my fingers into the... Yeah, it's mostly there.
Okay.
I mostly have the feeling back in my middle finger on my right hand.
There.
Yeah. I crushed the shit out of it. Oh, it was great.
That's a fucking ice skate going over your knuckle.
Yeah.
Well, that's worst case scenario.
Yeah. And they put me in a big old ugly splint, so it always looked like I was flipping people off. So a lot of kids started flipping me off because they thought it was funny. I didn't really appreciate that after the injury.
I was in no mood for such monkey shines.
Yeah. So that was not an easy year. And then my great grandpa died. It was pretty sad.
Wow.
It was a tough year.
You raised me up.
And
really
then
turned this episode.
And because of that, we moved into our new house because he passed away and we kept the house in the family. Also happened because that same year, a car got into an accident that flew up my old house's like lawn and would have barreled through the house had it not hit the stone steps that were attached to the foundation. Otherwise, he would have gone up, through and in, and just murdered the shit out of me and my sister at like fucking 50 miles an hour because this kid and his friend were just gunning it down the street at this 4-way intersection that now has a stop sign in every direction because of that. And they just sideswiped the shit out of this other car going the other direction. And yeah, my mom was like, because my mom's a worrier. And she had to come home from like the grocery store. Nobody was in the house but us. She's like, went around the corner to like pick up some milk and something, and came back around the corner to caution police tape going around the trees out front the house. Ah! Just what must have existential horror. There was a car crashed into our fucking steps. There's another car out front. There's paramedics pulling someone out. Oh, man.
You and Kelly should have just got ketchup and sprayed it on yourselves and hunched over the roof of this guy's car motionless.
I mean, I was like super young. At that point, I think what I was doing that night was playing GoldenEye on my N64. Like, they could have been shooting at each other. I wouldn't have fucking whatever. I was James Bond.
This boy's traumatized. No, he's just playing GoldenEye.
No, just playing through GoldenEye, doing speed runs at the first level. Damn. That's
lost in the game,
by the way. Yeah. It's a good anecdote.
I'm sure that was a fun Easter, too.
Yeah. Well, it was just a fun year in general. Finger run over. Great Grampy died. Had to move to a new house. First thing I saw when I was there, especially I was like 12, I was a little wuss. Scream. Fucked me up real bad.
Oh, at the new house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Fucked me up pretty good. It's like, oh. It was like, I basically didn't watch the whole, I watched like the first moment of like Kirby. Why are you doing this? Like her running out and him stabbing her to death. Watch that whole sequence of events. The phone call and everything. I was like, and this is obviously at a time when I was like putting my basement room together.
Okay, Rory, time for bed.
Yeah, it was great. I had to start getting used to the furnace that would kick on intermittently throughout the night. Much louder than the one that they put in later.
Yes.
Which is still pretty fucking loud.
Yeah, when it kicks on, you know it.
Yep. It's like crickets to me now. I don't even notice it.
was like when I lived above the Albanian pizza place. They left their vent on one night, and I'm like, this thing is so fucking loud. I'm not going to be able to get to sleep. And within a month, it was like, if they ever did turn it off at the end of the night, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get to
The
sleep?
silence is deafening. I sleep with a noise machine because of that.
I mean, I had a
And
noise machine, but I
Heavy tinnitus. But yeah, go on.
yeah, I also have terrible tinnitus.
Yeah.
But I used to have the white noise machine, but then the Albanian pizza place was making supplemental noise beneath me.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like sleeping on the wing of a dream.
Yeah. Oh, see, and again, I got used to that. I mean, there's a little bit of that in college, like just drunk people going through the halls, being assholes. So you get used to some noise, and then you go and you live in a bunch of cities, and then you really get used to noise. Like there'd be times like I'd wake up in the morning, like, did you hear the gunshot last night? I'd be like, nah, man. Maybe I woke up after it, but I went right back to sleep, kind of a thing. Like didn't know what woke me up. Just turn over, ricochet, ping. Yeah, just got used to noise. Just got used to noise while I'm sleeping. That's why it's weird now. I cannot sleep in a quiet environment. Can't do it.
No, it can't be done.
I find it weird when people can.
I don't think I've met. That's a big first date question that I ask people. I'm like, you sleep with white noise?
Really?
First of all, it gets them thinking about you in the context of their bedroom.
Well, I'd be like, oh my God, what? Why'd you ask me that?
Is it really quiet in your house?
Is it really quiet? Because I need a little bit of noise.
Would you theoretically hear me if I came through the window? No, but that's I asked, like, I'm always like, yo, are you a white noise person? Do you sleep with white noise? Everyone says yes across the board.
Yeah.
They're hoping that you're not going to say no, I don't.
Yeah, dead quiet. Just had a girlfriend who did that once. Nope, we are not doing that ever again.
That's like having kids. Like, which one of you wants them? Which one of you doesn't? Who flinches?
Well,
white noise.
It's at that point.
or
It's like
against.
it's like dragging nails on a chalkboard when you move the sheets. It's like you're like, oh, okay. Even just the little things. Yeah, you just can't. Every movement is like an affront to the silence. Can't do it. Can't
It's
do
awful.
it.
It's just you and your thoughts and your tinnitus.
Yeah.
It's a cocktail meant for an early suicide.
Hey, remember that time in the 3rd grade when you called the teacher mom? No,
Everyone remembers
everyone
it.
remembers it. Now,
Pepperidge Farm
now
remembers.
turn around a couple of times and your sandpaper sheets, you piece of shit.
Sandpaper sheets, band name. Log it.
Ooh, I like that. That's not bad.
What do we got here? We got some Swedish
Just
fish.
looking at the candy. Swedish fish are like the laziest. Why not just put some of the sour stuff on those? things?
I had you pegged as a Swedish fish fan.
I'm a Sour Patch Kid guy.
I mean, I get that. I thought maybe you would. That's why I thought you would have a crossover interest in the Swedish fish.
The Swedish fish for me feel very much like the Tootsie Roll in the sense that they're like just not as themselves the kind of candy that I enjoy.
This is a pretty weak selection. Swedish fish and Tootsie Rolls. Someone out there is like, I'd have a 30-minute pig orgasm eating that. Of course you would. I bet you wouldn't even take the wrappers off, you fucking
Don't you need to
animal.
go stoke the wood stove in your house and look at your plain wife, you piece of you rural motherfucker?
Your resentment grows by the day. These
No,
Tootsie
that's-
Rolls also rock hard.
Yeah.
If I whipped this at the wall, I'd put a hole in the drywall.
The Tootsie Roll was the worst fucking part of the Tootsie Roll pop. You would taste a little bit of that coming through the candy and you would know the fun was about to end.
There's a little dog turd on the inside.
yeah.
It's all yours.
And you're going to eat this thing at the end because you're fucking a kid and, you know, why the fuck wouldn't you do it? Because it's still more candy. So you eat the fucking stupid Tootsie Roll pop fucking shitty center and it's like the Blow Pop got it right because they put gum on the center. The Tootsie Roll Pop feels like it should be gum and then it just kind of melts into a gross thing you got to swallow.
Yeah, it's you take something that's already haggard like a Tootsie Roll and encase it in a lollipop so that eventually you've sucked down to, again, this wet piece of dog shit.
Yeah, you give me a Tootsie
not
Roll
good.
Pop now. I'm an adult, so I throw that Tootsie Roll center out.
I
sir.
bite the whole thing like a dick right out of the wrapper.
Yeah, I guess if I could get a little bit of the Tootsie Roll Pop flavoring with the nasty, it's just such an awful flavoring of chocolate. Can we just like, what is that?
It's dog shit. I remember in our nemesis, How I Met Your Mother, when Ted Mosby invents that drink where I think it was like root beer and Kahlua.
Yeah.
He's like, it tastes just like a Tootsie Roll. I'm like, well, Ted, that's why you're a useless, you're of no use to society. You should throw yourself off the building.
Tootsie Rolls are just like again, they're just like the worst tier candy I can think of. I think I'm trying to think of something worse than the Tootsie Roll for candy.
Worse than the Tootsie Roll
in my mind.
Well, how well known are we going? Like the Tootsie Roll is a household name. Are we going as far as like Chuckles?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's got to have some recognition.
Again, it's like the other night when I mentioned, what did I say? I brought up like a Fifth Avenue bar,
I don't believe I've ever even had one.
I've had one. It's kind of like a Butterfinger, but more of like a wafery kind of thing. Like it's actually pretty good.
Okay. Like a whatchamacallit? Have you ever had one of those?
I know the name, but I've never had one.
Never had one. The Charleston Chew's pretty good. Snickers is
I'm not a
S-tier.
Charleston Chew guy,
But is it worse than the Tootsie Roll?
No. No, it's not.
It's also effective for removing baby teeth.
Yeah.
I found that out once.
I
I hate nerds, and I hate nerds rope.
really? I love Nerds Rope. But I can understand why you don't like Nerd. It's hard sugar. It's just a lot of sugar granules. Like that's all the fucking thing is. It's just these little pieces of sugar that are flavored. And don't get me wrong, I like Nerds. I like the little rainbow box. You get a little bit of everything. Oh man. But then you just jack you the fuck up for like the next 20 minutes because you just ate a box of sugar.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Pixie Sticks. I was not a Pixie Sticks guy. I'm more of a chocolate guy.
You know why I didn't like the Pixie Sticks? Because you would put your mouth on the end of it and it would get a little wet, and then like you'd lose like half the stick of the Pixie, and then you maybe have to like rip it. But then again, maybe I was just a moronic child, and I just didn't want to get all of it in my mouth because then I was gonna cough it up.
Yeah, like the cinnamon challenge. You ever have the dumbasses that snort it in your class?
Yeah, of course. Of course they did.
That's cool.
Watch them sneeze, little colored dust out.
Just blood and blue sugar.
I just fucking idiots. But honestly, I bet you effective. Now that I think about it, maybe.
Oh, yeah. It's just like a speedball for a child.
Yeah. Yeah. Pixie Sticks, man. Fucking not great.
I'm kind of softening this Tootsie Roll.
I still like it more than the Tootsie Roll.
Pixie Stick over Tootsie Roll?
Pixie Stick above Tootsie Roll. I would rather have a Pixie Stick than a Tootsie Roll.
See, I don't like the sweetie, fruity, tarty things. Like Smarties suck ass.
Smarties I'm fine with.
Airhead's pretty great.
Airhead, yeah, that's fine.
Starburst I like. Skittles I like. Sour Patch Kids once in a blue moon.
See, I'll take Sour Patch Kids over Swedish Fish. Every now and then I enjoy them.
That's how I feel about Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. Every now and then I enjoy them. I do not want a Swedish Fish right now. I would not enjoy this individually wrapped Swedish Fish.
I went through a Sour Patch Kid phase where I was like, I'm enjoying these.
That's fair.
Like I'll get like a nice, like I would get like one of those big bulk fucking ones, and just every now and then you just grab one.
Just rip your colon
inside
out.
Well, again, everybody made the mistake at one point where you had too many of a gummy something and then just died from it.
My buddy Abbott.
You learn. I learned early on in life, thank goodness.
Yeah. My buddy Abbott ate like a pound of gummy bears once, and he may or may not, allegedly, have been on some psychotropic substances that made pushing a baby gummy bear log out of his asshole a real treat. A real treat. It was a million little gummy bears that became one big gummy bear and
mighty gummy
out of his asshole.
Again, I don't know if it was really fun for him or the biggest horror in the world.
I think it might have been both. Knowing him, he was a fucking
real existential crisis.
Ride or die man. I fucking miss that guy.
Yep.
Shouts out to Abbott if you're listening. You're probably not.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry I told the gummy bear story, but it did happen.
That's fine. I respect him more for it.
It's honestly the reaction I think most of our audience would have.
I would hope so.
Hey, did you know that there was a little stowaway in this?
Oh, look at that. A Milky Way.
A baby Milky Way. You want it?
No, it's all yours.
I don't want it.
You really don't?
I don't want it.
All right, sure. Ow.
Well, we tried. I was too wide.
That's fine.
Think you missed your block, Preston.
Milky Way mini. And I'll give you the thing. You got your Milky Way. You got your Snickers. You got your Three Musketeers.
Yep.
What else is there?
I put the Butterfinger up there.
I know. I don't even put it in the same category, though, really. Because these are all like...
We talked about like all nougat-based things?
Like a soft inside kind of a thing. Because like think about it. Three Musketeers, soft inside. Milky Way,
Nougat.
soft inside. Snickers, soft inside, despite the peanuts. Or almonds, depending.
Yes.
Sneaky. Snickers with almonds, sneaky good.
Oh, yeah. Snickers, pretty much any riff on Snickers is really good.
Yep.
Milky Way Midnight's really fucking good.
You like the dark chocolate?
Oh, I do. The ones that have like the white nougat and the dark chocolate outside.
Not a super fan of dark chocolate.
They're neither am I usually, but they're a great riff on a classic.
Let's see here. Yeah, this. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, this is definitely a Milky Way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't had a regular ass Milky Way in a long time. I like to put them in the freezer for a little bit. Don't do too long.
I like chocolate when it's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, but get it a little cold.
Mm-hmm.
Get it so that there's a little resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the PSI needed to bite through the Milky Way.
So you either do that or you get it frozen and then you smash it and you eat the pieces.
You know, this episode's coming out on 420, so are all those little stoners out there listening to this and being like, I need to get a Milky Way. My Instagram keeps giving me ads for Milky Way.
Milky
the
Way,
episode
Milky Way, Milky
comes
Way.
full circle, man.
Ah! I forgot this does come out on 420. We could have made that an episode thing. If we say the thing on a smaller man. Now
Zoinks.
just do it anyways.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that some of this episode was kind of happy. Did we? Were we kind of no?
We got as happy as this thing's ever going to get,
That's fair.
which is smiling while you talk about how you're going to kill yourself.
Yeah. It's like a Wednesday. It's like a late Wednesday.
Like Wednesday?
So that's nice.
We should huff a breeze to end this episode.
I mean, spray it on down. I want it to die, shiny and chrome.
My blood is gasoline.
Nope. Regular blood. Well, what are we doing? We doing on time?
We're pretty much done.
Yeah, well, we're right there. And
Kinda
again,
run out of steam a little bit.
if it legit is the 420 episode, then our audience really did not. I mean, it's good we kind of jumped around because they probably had a hard time paying attention.
Yeah, they fell asleep listening to this, and they're aspirating on Cheetos right now.
We just mentioned it at the end of the episode. Someone gets to the end, like, shit, I should have listened to this after work. Fuck.
God damn it.
But it's okay. Just smoke a lot of pot and then listen to it again. It'll be like you listened to it the first time.
Yeah, it's called the Persian method,
Yeah,
I think.
that's how that works, right?
Exactly.
Close
Yeah.
enough.
Those guys are pretty smart. Talk about the idea drunk, then get sober and talk about it again to make sure that it made sense.
Oh, see, and I thought they talked about it sober and then got drunk and talked about it again afterwards. I thought it was the other way around.
I'm pretty sure they conceptualized it drunk and then revisited it and went, was that a good idea? Or were we just like, we should open a sports bar?
Yeah.
We'll call it Puzzles. There's another How I Met Your Mother reference in there.
Yep.
We're pretty culturally based
Pretty
guys.
great guys. I don't know if you noticed. They also said something about Seinfeld and because again, living in diners. I guess I'm the George, which makes me feel weird
Why are you the George?
because I'm depressed and manic and always panicking.
Got a full head of hair. You're
Okay,
tall.
I don't look like George.
That's part of George's
I'm
charm.
lying to everybody.
You got the build of a Kramer, but the heart of a George.
It's great.
And the upward mobility of a Jerry.
Oh boy, because I'm white, right? Because I'm
Right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the ovaries of an Elaine. And the blood,
And the blood of a Newman.
the blood lipids of Newman.
Great. I just wish one part of me could afford that apartment.
Yeah. Think about that thing today. Or the friend's apartment. People have talked about this in the past. People more qualified to talk about this than we are.
There's no way any of them could afford any of it. That's the fantasy of it.
We need to stick to our lane with How I Met Your Mother.
Jerry
Let's talk
could-
about that apartment.
Jerry could have afforded that apartment.
Jerry could have afforded his apartment just fine.
Yeah.
Newman's was a less impressive one. Kramer's was a less impressive one. The Friends one, out of the fucking question. The boys could have afforded theirs. Ross, he's edging. The girls, that giant thing with those giant windows, no fucking
No,
way.
no, no,
Rent
no.
controlled apartment? Explain this to me.
Yeah. You know what? You want to go back to a deep cut? Boy Meets World. You look at the apartment that they had in that show in the later end in the college years and shit.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude, again, you want to talk about big ass fucking windows and this huge, awesome open area, which I get works perfect for the 3-camera sitcom. But realistically, come on. Corey
Yeah.
Matthews and the gang, they're not making that kind of money. I don't even know if he lived there. I can't remember who lived
No,
there.
didn't he and Topanga live
They
in
lived
like
in
a tenement building or something?
They lived in another building that was a little bit more reasonably looking. For two people out of college.
They were trying to prove some kind of point to everybody. So they
Yeah.
lived in a shithole together.
Yeah, which they spruced up and made very nice,
Nice.
They fixed it up. They made it work because
Yeah.
that's love. Loving Corey and Topanga. Fun fact, when I got my finger run over by that ice skate. That was the same night that the episode of Corey and Topanga's wedding aired on television, and I was like, I could have just stayed home and watched Corey and Topanga's wedding, but instead I'm at the ER getting chunks of my fingernail pulled out of the soft tissue beneath it.
Wow. Truly a night to remember on all fronts.
Doesn't it? Look at that. Talk about bringing it full circle.
Damn. Get that.
I
We
wonder-
managed to loop every bit back together on itself tonight.
Remembering all of my memories, I just go, why am I a cynic? Like, when did it happen?
That makes no sense.
When did it happen? Who knows?
You just got to give up entirely. Like, really buy into not giving a shit anymore. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
I mean,
I just want to be an obese man who yells at dogs. I don't think that's
I just need
asking
to,
too much.
need to own enough money one day to own a porch so that I can yell at people from it.
Sure. I'll do it from someone else's porch. You try to kick me out. I'm 500 pounds.
Sir, get off my porch. Give me the pry bar.
You're not moving me without a winch.
Yep. But then you figure out that you roll surprisingly well, and it's a problem.
Yeah, and then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson gets me on some show that's designed to like make me lose weight by acting as the boulder in the Titan games or some shit like that.
Oh, that's fine.
We'll
Listen,
publicly shame him until he drops the weight, and I'm like, you're just kind of turning me on.
with the amount of mass that The Rock like has, he is going to fall the fuck apart one day.
Once he stops doing those roids, you better get off those slow.
Once he stops doing that, and he stops doing that with like the 4-hour-a-day workouts that he does, he's dead. He's so screwed. He's gonna, I assume, do all what he's doing now and then just disappear from. I mean, maybe he's just gonna do it till his heart explodes. Like maybe he's resigned to that fact. I don't know.
That or he'll live forever. He will be the president, and we'll give him an unlimited term, and he'll be like 115, but he'll look like he does now.
I'm just really hoping that we get to see the sitcom Fat Rock, because that just, oh my god.
That existed. It was called Artificial Intelligence or something. It was whatever he did with Kevin Hart.
Oh.
Remember? He was the fat kid in the beginning.
Right,
And then
but
he turns Jack
I
and
know.
he's still wearing unicorn
You're right.
shit.
That's true. But I want to see it in real life.
That's fair.
I want to see it because somebody in Hollywood, some blood-sucking producer's like, listen, I'm willing to throw a bunch of money at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hasn't been in anything for years. He's 450 pounds now. And they go, listen, I've got the perfect idea. And he slaps it down on the table. They just see, in quotations, Fat Rock. And they're like, where do I sign up? And they get him in. And it's just the worst, most awful pile of shit anybody watched for 5 seasons straight.
Every episode is a bottle episode because he physically
Because he
cannot
cannot
leave
go.
his surroundings.
They're like, how do we solve that? No, listen, green screens. And they're like, oh my God, stop drilling. You've hit oil.
We're going to put him on a galactic beach this week.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
Again, yeah. Season 3 of Fat Rock is in space. Okay. Season 4, I don't know.
Fat Space Rock.
Yeah. See? It writes itself.
I mean, it's an endless gold mine.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So we got Fat Rock to dig into next time. Do you have
Yeah.
anything you want to plug?
No, not this time. We did a lot of plugging last time.
Not this time. Oh, the show was a rousing success
The show
on
was
many fronts.
fantastic. Disappointed in all of you because we know you didn't come.
Correct. So Phantom Airwave, well done. The rest of you,
Yeah.
do better.
Yeah. Gotta pick up that you guys for this semester have like a D-.
Do better, be best. I think Melania Trump said that. As we know, she's a beautiful, infallible woman with her original breasts.
I don't know why that one got me.
So until next time, thank you, go fuck yourselves, and goodbye.